Gyeonggi-gung Palace was a secondary palace in the late Joseon dynasty. Gyeonggi-gung Palace was also called Seogol because it was located on the west side of the capital city. On the other hand, Changdeok-gung Palace and Changgyeong-gung Palace were combined and called Donggol. Additionally, Gyeonggi-gung Palace was the filming location for the first Netflix Korean drama Kingdom. Construction of Gyeonggi-gung Palace began in 1617, 9th year of King Gwanghae-gun's reign, and was completed in 1623, 15th year of King Gwanghae-gun's reign. At that time, Gwanghae-gun disliked Changdeok-gung Palace, called it an evil palace. In order to build a new palace in Gunland, Ingyeong-gung Palace was built at the foot of Inwangsan Mountain. However, after hearing from the Sosa, where the king will be born in the old house of Prince Jeongwon, he built a palace on the site and called it Gyeongdeok-gung Palace. However, Gwanghae-gun could not enter this palace and abdicated the throne due to the Injo rebellion, and the throne eventually passed to King Jeongwon's eldest son, Injo. Gyeonggi-gung Palace was called Saemunhan-gung Palace, Seogol, Gyeongdeok-gung Palace, etc., and took on its current name in 1760. The road leading from Hunghamun Gate to Sungjeongmun Gate and the wide square are great for a leisurely stroll. Before entering Sungjeongmun Gate, you can also see the side view of Inwangsan Mountain. After Gyeonggi-gung Palace burned down during the Japanese invasion of Korea, Changdeok-gung Palace and Changgyeong-gung Palace, the Eastern Palace, became the Royal Palace until Daewon-gun rebuilt them. Gyeonggi-gung Palace, the Western Palace, was used as a second palace. From King Injo to King Cheoljeong, 10 generations of kings used Gyeonggi-gung Palace as their second palace. In particular, King Yeongjo spent half of his reign here. Important buildings of Gyeonggi-gung Palace included Haesangjeon, Yungmokjeon, Jipgyeongdang, and Heungjeongdang. All traces of these buildings were lost during Japanese colonial rule. However, when Daewon-gun rebuilt Gyeongbokgung Palace, many of the buildings in Gyeonggi-gung Palace were moved. In particular, when the Japanese took over the Korean Empire, Gyeonggi-gung Palace faced a serious hardship. In 1910, when Gyeongsang Middle School, a school for Japanese students, was built, most of the important buildings remaining in Gyeonggi-gung Palace, including Sungjeongjeon, were demolished, and its area was reduced by about half. After the establishment of the government of the Republic of Korea, this palace was used as a Seoul middle and high school, and some of the surrounding lands was sold, reducing the palace site. Because of this, Gyeonggi-gung Palace lost its appearance as a palace.